Every year, great games slip through the cracks. Masterpieces buried beneath marketing failures, overlooked by critics, or simply released at the wrong time. But today, we're shining a spotlight on those forgotten legends. This isn't your typical top 10. This is for the gamers who crave the emotional, the intense, the underrated. Welcome to the countdown of 22 video games you need to experience. Prepare for a fourth-wall-breaking, chimichanga-loving, action-packed adventure in Deadpool, a game that's as irreverent and hilarious as the merc with a mouth himself. From the over-the-top violence and crude humor to the constant fourth-wall breaks and self-aware commentary, Deadpool is a game that never takes itself too seriously, and that's precisely why it works so well. Deadpool is a hidden gem that deserves a playthrough, especially if you're a fan of the character's unique brand of humor and action. Deadpool is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Welcome to a vibrant, post-apocalyptic world filled with anthropomorphic creatures and martial arts. In Biomutant, create your own furry warrior and embark on a quest to save the Tree of Life. Customize characters, from gun-toting badgers to lightning-fast felines with unique mutations and skills. Explore a vast world with a compelling story and satisfying combat. Biomutant combines melee, firearms, and mutant powers, a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Enter a world of supernatural mysteries and government conspiracies in Control, a third-person action-adventure game. You are Jesse Faden, the new director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Master supernatural abilities to survive against the Hiss. Explore the oldest house and uncover the mystery of the Hiss. Control is a hidden gem. Prepare for an emotional journey like no other in Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, a puzzle-adventure game that tells a story of brotherhood, loss, and the power of determination. You control two brothers who must embark on a perilous journey to find a cure for their dying father. You control each brother independently, using the left and right analog sticks, which can be tricky at first, but adds a layer of emotional depth to the gameplay. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Prepare to run, jump, and fight through a zombie-infested city in Dying Light, a first-person survival horror game blending parkour, crafting, and combat. You are Kyle Crane, an undercover operative in the quarantined city of Harran. Scale buildings, leap rooftops, and use your environment to fight hordes of infected. Dying Light is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Experience the vibrant and dangerous streets of Hong Kong in Sleeping Dogs, an open-world action game blending martial arts, undercover police work, and a gripping story. You are Wei Shen, an undercover cop infiltrating the Sun On Yi triad. With fluid combat, an immersive world, and a gripping story, Sleeping Dogs is a hidden gem. Step back in time to 1940s Los Angeles, a city of glamour, corruption, and murder in L.A. Noire, a detective thriller that blends action, investigation, and facial animation technology like never before. You are Cole Phelps, a war veteran turned LAPD detective, climbing the ranks and solving cases in a city on the brink. L.A. Noire uses motion scan technology to capture the nuanced facial expressions of real actors, allowing you to read suspects' faces for clues and lies. L.A. Noire is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Prepare to enter a world of mystery and unsettling beauty in Inside, a puzzle platformer that's as beautiful as it is haunting. You are a young boy, drawn into a dark and mysterious project, and you'll have to use your wits and agility to survive. The game is visually stunning, with a minimalist art style that's both striking and eerie. Inside is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Get ready to embark on a brutal and rewarding path of revenge in Sifu, a martial arts action game that's as challenging as it is stylish. You're a young kung fu student seeking vengeance for the murder of your master, and you'll have to master a variety of martial arts techniques to survive. Every time you die, you age, becoming wiser and more skilled, but also more vulnerable. Sifu is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. In a wasteland ruled by chaos, one game brought brutal beauty to the apocalypse. Mad Max wasn't just another movie tie-in, it was a masterpiece in disguise. Its combat, vicious and raw, the car battles, adrenaline-fueled perfection. But the world was something else. Dust storms rolling in out of nowhere, haunting ruins of a dead civilization, and a silence that made you feel truly alone. Avalanche Studios built a sandbox that felt like survival. It came and went quietly in 2015, but for those who played it, Mad Max was unforgettable. And somehow, no one talks about it. Then there's Beyond Two Souls, a game that dared to tell a story of life, death, and everything in between. Starring Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe, this wasn't just a game, it was a cinematic experience. You play as Jodie, a girl connected to a mysterious entity named Aiden. From CIA missions to heartbreaking childhood memories, every moment hits with emotional weight. Quantic Dream crafted something deeply human and incredibly ambitious. Yes, it was divisive. Yes, it was different. But it took risks that most games wouldn't even dream of, and for that, it deserves way more credit than it got. Prepare yourselves, gamers, because Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is not your typical action-adventure game. It's a harrowing and unforgettable journey into the mind of Senua, a picked warrior battling psychosis as she travels to the underworld to save the soul of her dead lover. Through its innovative use of sound design, visuals, and gameplay, Hellblade puts you directly in Senua's shoes, allowing you to experience the world through her eyes and ears. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a powerful and thought-provoking experience that deserves more recognition. Step into a world where fairy tales collide with hard-boiled detective noir in The Wolf Among Us, a narrative adventure that's as gripping as it is stylish. You are Bigby Wolf, the sheriff of Fabletown, a hidden community in New York City where fairy tale characters live in secret among humans. With its memorable characters, branching storylines, and a world that's both familiar and unsettling, The Wolf Among Us is a must-play for fans of narrative adventures and dark fairy tales alike. The Wolf Among Us is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Welcome to Seattle, gamers, a city under the Department of Unified Protection, DUP, hunting conduits with extraordinary abilities. In infamous Second Son, you are Delson Rowe, a conduit who absorbs powers, deciding between good and evil. With stunning visuals and fluid Parker, infamous Second Son is a superhero sandbox worth revisiting. Get ready to slice and dice your way through a dystopian cyberpunk metropolis in Ghostrunner, a game that's as stylish as it is challenging. You are a cybernetic warrior, the last of your kind, with the power to dash, wall run, and slice through enemies with your katana. This isn't your typical hack-and-slash gamers. This is precision platforming meets lightning-fast combat. Ghostrunner is a hidden gem that deserves a place in your library, especially if you're looking for a game that will test your skills and your reflexes. Hold on to your butts, gamers, because we're about to blast off to Pandora, the loot-filled, mayhem-ridden world of Borderlands. But this isn't your typical looter-shooter, no sir. Tales from the Borderlands is a narrative adventure with humor and heart. Follow Reese, a Hyperion Company man, and Fiona, a witty con artist. The writing is sharp, the characters memorable, and your choices matter, shaping the story with multiple endings. Tales from the Borderlands is a hidden gem. Mafia Definitive Edition, a timeless classic, reborn. Mafia Definitive Edition isn't just a remaster, it's a complete ground-up remake of the 2002 classic. You'll step into the shoes of Tommy Angelo, a cab driver caught in the crossfire of the Salieri crime family and the Morello gang. Mafia Definitive Edition captures the essence of the gangster genre with its gripping story, immersive world, and memorable characters. The Quarry. Your choices, their fate. The Quarry is an interactive horror game that puts you in control of 9 camp counselors facing a night of unspeakable horrors. Every choice you make can have life or death consequences, leading to drastically different outcomes and a branching narrative. The Quarry is a thrilling and terrifying experience that deserves more attention. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. A new hope for single-player Star Wars. In Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, you are Cal Kestis, a young Padawan in hiding after the execution of Order 66. Haunted by his past, Cal must complete his training and rebuild the Jedi Order while being pursued by deadly Inquisitors. The lightsaber combat is visceral and rewarding, the level design encourages exploration, and the story is an engaging tale of hope and redemption. Fallen Order is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. A Plague Tale: Innocence takes us back to 14th century France, a land ravaged by the Black Death. This isn't just a history lesson, it's a harrowing journey of survival through the eyes of Amicia and her young brother Hugo. What sets this game apart is the raw, emotional core that drives the narrative, the unbreakable bond between siblings, and the will to survive against all odds. A Plague Tale: Innocence is a masterpiece of atmosphere, storytelling, and emotional impact that deserves to be experienced. Next up, we journey into the Pacific Northwest, a landscape scarred by a pandemic that's transformed humanity into ravenous freakers. Days Gone isn't just another zombie game, it's a story of survival, love, and brotherhood, centered around Deacon St. John, a biker grappling with loss. With its massive open world and dynamic weather, Days Gone offers a fresh take on the zombie genre. It's an underrated treasure with a memorable story. Our first hidden gem takes us to a future Detroit, a city shimmering with technological advancement but simmering with societal tension. In Detroit Become Human, you step into the shoes of 3 android protagonists, each grappling with their own awakening consciousness. This isn't just about pushing buttons, gamers, this is about making choices that ripple through the narrative, shaping the destiny of these characters and the world they inhabit. Detroit Become Human is a must-play experience. From brutal wastelands to soul-stirring stories, these 22 games prove that greatness doesn't always get the spotlight. If any of these titles moved you, or if we helped you discover a new favorite, subscribe, drop a comment, and share the love. Because underrated doesn't mean unworthy.